Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a what's in my bag, the video that nobody asked for, but I'm gonna make it anyways. We are gonna do the boudoir edition of what's in my bag because personally when I watch those videos, I'm like, I don't need half this shit. So I'd rather just do a simplified version for those boudoir photographers out there who are like, what gear should I get? What tools should I use? What cool new things can I try out? We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna do stuff today. This is a video for you if you are not a gearhead like me. Let's attempt a what's in my bag video. Yeah! First things first, the bag. It's a low pro, it's not very fancy. It fits two bodies, some lenses, not my laptop, which is why I don't really love this bag because it doesn't fit my 15-inch laptop. But other than that, it's pretty cool. I've taken it traveling all over the place. It's great because it's really easy to store in airplanes. Not that any of us are going on airplanes right now, but in the future when we can travel again, it is a really nice carry-on bag, so I do like it for that reason. Yeah, that's the bag. Ta-da! Okay, so I really only shoot with one body and one lens. 99.9% of my shoots are done with the same things. So what I normally shoot with is my Canon 6D Mark II. If you zoom in, you'll see it's very well loved. It's got nice little scratches on the paint to show that it has been around the block. Oh look, something's cracked. This is a very well loved camera. This has been all I've used for the last 4 years. In case you're wondering, what are you filming this video on today? Glad you asked. I bought a brand new camera an hour ago. I finally upgraded to the Canon EOS R, to the mirrorless family, so that is what we're shooting on today. I decided not to include it in the video because it's so new to me. I don't have a lot to speak on it yet, so stay tuned for more information on that. But I have just switched over to mirrorless. This is what I previously used. It's great. I love it. I love how it has a flip screen. A lot of you in my other videos will ask, why aren't you looking in the viewfinder? It's because I usually hold the camera in front of my face and I focus like this and I just poke where I want to focus and then I just take the picture. So I don't need to hold the camera up to my face. I feel like with boudoir this is a huge benefit because you can connect with your client more. You're not hiding behind a camera. You really have that face-to-face interaction, and they kind of forget that the camera's there because it's never blocking you two. It's always kind of like off to the side. So it's a lot easier for them to just kind of like allow the fact that the camera is there to kind of fade out of their memory. Okay, the lens I usually almost always shoot with is just a Canon 35L series lens. It is great. I just love this lens. It's super sharp. It has great depth of field. My space is very small, so a 35mm allows me to get the wide shots that I want while also not having too much distortion if I decide to get a little closer up to my client. So love this baby. I just love it. Love it so much. And my other lens that I use for shooting boudoir is a 50mm. This is the Sigma Art series, so kind of like the L series equivalent in Sigma land. It's pretty sharp. I do find I have some back focus problems with it. That's something very common with Sigma lenses that you'll find on the internet in reviews. It's not that bad, honestly. It doesn't happen very often. It's just I find the Canon is sharper overall more often. It's more reliable. That being said, still a fantastic lens. Very beautiful. I love 50s. I'll probably buy a 50 for the R and RF lens. Yeah, so that's literally all I shoot with. I love watching these other what's in my bag videos because they come out with these bags and like, I have these 10 lenses, and I'm like, I have these 2 lenses in this one body and it works perfectly. So if you're getting into boudoir, you don't need to buy that much gear. If you're worried about investing a lot right out of the gate, you don't need to. You really just need one body and one lens that works for you and your style, and you're golden. So now I will show you guys my accessories. Okay, so I want to show you filters that I use. Is it Gobe or Gobi? I don't know. I use these guys. They're fantastic. When you buy filters from them, they plant a tree, and I really love that. So the filter's not in here because it's on my camera, but this is just a UV filter that I have on my Canon. It just pops onto the front, and this just removes any chromatic aberration that you're gonna get. I find when I'm shooting clients by the window, I will get some of that color distortion in there, so I just like to pop a UV filter on. With boudoir, you don't really need anything else. Like, that's really the only filter you're gonna need. You don't need an ND filter, you don't really need a polarizing filter unless you're shooting through glass, but just this guy. Super easy. Get one for each of your lenses, you're golden. Another set of filters that I have are just for fun. I saw a photographer, ooh, there we go. I saw a photographer shooting with these and I just loved the outcome, and I was like, I need to buy these. They're so fun. It's very like 80s Playboy vibe. I use them when I'm shooting neons. I'll pop a couple examples for you guys to look at here. And basically what they do is they just take light and they make it into a starburst. That's it. It looks super cool. You get 3 different kinds. You get a 4-point star, a 6-point, and an 8-point star, and you just slap it on your lens when you want just a little bit more of a retro fun kind of vintage look. Love these, especially if you're shooting with artificial lights. They're fantastic. Okay, what else have I got in here? Everything else is just like my playthings. I have a lot of like things I like to play with when I'm shooting with my clients because there's a lot of boudoir photographers and I like to play with stuff to stand out and have my own style. So this is one of the other things that I like to play with. You guys have probably seen it in my other videos, on my posing video. It's just a prism. You can get these on Amazon. That's where I got this one. The only downside I'd say with this one is it gives a color cast to some of the pictures. Again, I'll show you some examples, but it's just really fun and it kind of just creates this cool effect and it's just fun to play with. The other crystal that I use is this. I've had a lot of questions about this. They're like, what does it look like? It looks like a donut, like a glass donut. Yeah, it just adds a really cool effect. I use this a lot. This one I use sometimes. This one I use almost all the time. It like stays on my fingers like this when I'm shooting, and then I just like almost every pose I'll flop it on and flop it out just to give clients like a choice between with the crystal or without the crystal. It just gives it like a dreamy look. And if you find you're having like clutter in the background and you want to focus in on your client, this is a great way to kind of just like pull the focus in to them. So I love this. It's like $2 on Amazon. Worth every penny. I have a few of them because I drop them and I break them very often. So I usually just buy them in like groups of 3 or 4. That's it. I got my member cards. I got extra batteries in here ready to go. And the only thing I want to show you guys is my tripod that I got. Obviously I'm filming on a different tripod. I'm filming on my really shitty tripod, but this is my new tripod that I love. So I just want to give a little shout out to this tripod. I got the Peak Design travel tripod. I wanted the carbon fiber, which is like the bougie high-end one. I went in expecting to spend a lot of money on the carbon fiber tripod and they were out of stock at my camera store, so I just ended up getting the aluminum, which is the exact same tripod. It's just aluminum instead of carbon fiber, and also $300 cheaper. And I learned the only difference is half a pound of difference is the only thing, so I'm not too bummed I didn't get the carbon fiber one. Like, I kinda still want it, but this one's great. I ended up just getting this one because I was going on a hiking trip, but I was like, I need a new tripod today. So this is it. It's fantastic. I can't believe I waited to upgrade my tripod. I've watched so many videos that are like, just buy a really expensive tripod so you don't need to replace it down the line because you're gonna have to buy more tripods if you just don't invest in a good one. And they're so true. Like, they're so right. Just buy a nice tripod. They're great. It's so tiny. Look at how small it is. One more thing that I want to show you is the lights that I use for my neon shoots. I'm filming with one now, and that is just this guy. I get a lot of questions in my neon video. What light do you use? It's called this. I will type it out for you here. It's called Yinongo. Yinongo is what I call it because I can't pronounce this. They're great. They're from China. You have to download an app so it talks to your phone, and then you can just like make it any color you want using the app on your phone. It's kind of funny because the app is in Chinese, so you don't really know what's happening the whole time, but there's a big color wheel, so you just kind of like pick whatever color you want, and they're great. So I have 2 of them so that I can do neon shoots and have like a color from each side to create that really beautiful contrasted neon look. And I also use them to film my videos. They're cheap, they're Ice Light knockoffs. I love them. They have not let me down. They're like 120 bucks a pop if you're Canadian, probably like $80, whatever the exchange rate is if you're American. Highly recommend. They're awesome. That's it. That's what's in my bag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell, all that fun stuff. And as always, if you have any questions, pop them down below in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Boom! Welcome back, everybody. That's not how you do the entrance.